Friday the 30th of December 2022 and I'm off on my last hunt for the year. I'm heading into the Ruahine Ranges with the goal being just to tip over one more deer for the year. Joining me on this trip is my good luck charm Matty Iorangi. Our plan is to meet at the car park, however he's running late, stuck in holiday traffic, so I'm going to get ahead, do a little bit of track maintenance, wander on up to the blind and meet him there later.
Hello stranger, it's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option.
The Crocosauruses. Yeah, a couple of other boys have done this water walk in Crocs, so I thought I'd give it a nudge so we don't have to drop wet boots and we can utilise the Crocs up on the blind. Here we go. Yeah, done a little bit of chopping and clearing and getting rid of all that bloody ong as well, and bastard. Anyway, that's it. Head up to the change boot area now. Whew, that was hard out. Alright, we made it. Well, I made good time getting up to the blind, but now it's time to unpack the gear, get the tent up, get some warm gears on, get the rifle prepped up, get that heart rate down, and think about chucking the binders around to have a look for any handy deer. Well, 5 minutes after sitting down, yep, you guessed it, I ID'd some targets. These three down at 350 metres on a 28 degree downhill angle. Now there are a number of factors that were weighing heavier on my mind as to whether or not I should take this shot. The steep downhill angle meant shooting off the tripod. I had a full value right to left 12 mile an hour wind, which meant a moderately aggressive wind hold. So the shot was doable, however, being summer and the time of the evening, it meant this deer would have to stay overnight, which would cause the meat to spoil. So the afternoon's pretty much washed out. Ended up not taking a shot on that one, but we've made some alterations to our tentage. Got the Tatonka Tarp 1 wing here and the Tarp 4 there. That's just a windbreaker, so that weather's going to be hoofing it in this way, so we need a bit of cover. Oh, the old bro's turned up. Anyway, that's us. Matty's brought up some fresh venison by the sounds of things for dinner tonight, so we'll well, Matty didn't just bring up fresh venison, brought up a couple of bars of chocolate, homemade venison kranskis, beer sticks, jerky, vacuum packed mushrooms and onions, which all meant we'll be eating like kings tonight. after our delicious reps, it was time to prepare our fresh venison by adding Steph de Maldi's Rub One Out seasoning. All of it into a Ziploc bag to marinate overnight. Well, morena. Morning, brother.
Morena.
Sleep well?
I didn't mean sleep.
Anyway, we're up relatively early. The wind came in and pumped us for a few, I don't know, hours last night, and then a little bit of moisture. So, but we'll get some breakfast into us. The day looks like it's sorted itself out. So, hopefully, brekkie and stand by for some action this morning. All right, can't see me packed up. Weather looking like it could come in. I think we're both ready. Get some eyeballs. Hopefully spot us a deer. Well, sometimes it happens that fast. Sit down, binos up, spot a deer, and it's on. This young sag sitting down at 420 meters, minus 17 degree angle. So it's time for us to tool up and send some rounds down range. You got a front shoulder?
Yep.
Alright, we'll go ahead. Ready? Yep. 1, 2. We'll check the footage, but it's your status, bro.
Nothing in the chamber. Bags up.
Bags out. Cool. Across to my one. Just an FYI, if you're ever curious as to why I filmed the declaration of our safety status of our rifles, it's to remove any stigma of us hunters challenging each other around the status of our rifle to ensure no unintended discharges occur and everyone goes home safely. Egg off. Close. Fire the action. Like I said, we'll check the footage, but it looks like she was hit. Either way, hopefully that's kick-started our morning, but it's not over yet. Well, the good news is we checked our camera. It looked like a good hit the way the deer reacted. We then cast our beady eyes across the other side and look what we saw. With the deer down now confirmed, we thought we'd spend the next couple of hours just looking for another one in close proximity so we could harvest 2 from that side instead of just the 1. We saw a few deer, none of them close to the one we just shot. So before making a recovery plan, I thought I'd teach Matty how I read and calculate the wind. Matty is just going through some wind guessing exercises by using the Kestrel and its visual aids, which are helpful. But what I said to Matty, it's kind of, you kind of get it now, eh, bro? Yeah. But it's how it sounds in your ears. That with the visual aid is how I guesstimate wind. For me, anything that sort of is uncomfortable on my ears, for me, and I've got noise-induced hearing loss thanks to the New Zealand military, I know that's a 10, you know, and then I look down and I see the vegetation moving, then I can guesstimate that if I look across the other side and it's doing the same thing, then it's going to be around about a 10 mile an hour wind, and I've got a fixed wind shift hold on my 300 Wisdom of 30 centimeters at 500 meters on a full value, full left to right, right to left wind. It's 30 centimeters for me, so I basically guesstimate thereabouts distance and distance at 500, and then obviously wind strengths, blah blah blah. So it's that gives me a fair enough gauge for my wind hold. All right, recovery time boat. Look at that, the new MTN Stick. You know the deal. Anyway, we've got a down 300, cross up onto big face, and hopefully our mate's just in there somewhere. It's close to 11. I think we'll be back about 2 o'clock. After roughly an hour, we found our velveting stag, and it was time to get into bush butchering with good old Johnny Cool over there. That's all, mate. Taken care of. We've got 50-50. I've got a smelly back leg, shoulder, and one back steak. Bro's got his. So with our meat evenly distributed in our 2 packs, it was time for us to get a boogie back up to the blind. A quick pit stop down in the creek to hydrate up with some Huntsmart, and an hour punch up to the top onto the track and back to the blind. Anyway, that's us. We have bite to eat and pick our gear and get out of here. After a hearty meal of Steph the Māori's seasoned venison, it was time to clean up camp and get my pack squared away. Alrighty, pack's all packed, squared away, meat on, everything clamped down. Last thing I've got to do is switch my load carriers here on my shoulder straps to the high post there to there because of the height. So pretty simple process. Just adding to that, this change in anchor positions gives you the ability to pull the top of the pack in closer to your shoulders, thus giving you better balance. That's it, in hump mode. And with that, it was time to boogie back down to the car. Well, bro, that was a pretty mean hunt.
Another mission done.
Yeah, so that's our last hunt of 2022. I know I ask you this every time we go out, but takeaways this time, bro?
Not many really.
No.
Not many. Just good to get that gun validated and get up to speed on the ballistics side of things, and also just navigating my way in there by myself, I guess.
Oh, nice, bro. Nice. yeah, like you said, we spent a bit of time validating his load to his rifle to some range, and good to get that squared away. Good to get a deer to finish off 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we'll try and kickstart off 2023 with another deer hunt as well. But, yeah. Anyway, bro, thanks for coming along, and happy New Year.
Yeah, you too, bro.
You guys, I hope you enjoyed that Mickey mission, last one of 2022. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.